bitch, I'm in the...
What is happening, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Brian. With me always,
I'm Mark.
That's right. And you are tuned in to a special day, right? Special day. It's Friday.
Friday the 13th.
This is like this is your Christmas, right, Mark?
Nah, my birthday's my Christmas.
Whatever.
What
do we got going on, man?
I don't know what we got going on. I mean, we never really do a thing on Fridays, anyways.
It's different, right?
It's always on Tuesdays, Thursdays.
Mm-hmm.
But the next next week or so, we're going to be changing it up a little bit because we got one coming up on a Sunday. So, and it's
Mark's got me working. He doesn't even pay me, guys.
I know.
Pay me anything.
Hey, Brian.
Hey, Mark.
What'd you get in the mail?
What did I get in the mail? Oh, you mean
it's not a button this time.
You mean these bad boys right here?
That's
Our
right.
newest decals.
That's
the
right.
new talking shit decals. I got some of those in the mail, so we'll get some of those out to some of our fans and friends.
And anybody that wants some, reach out and we'll see about getting them to you.
Reach out like
But
touch somebody. You went out for us and you found a band. Like I mentioned something to you about a band a couple of months ago, man.
No, about a year ago.
I was like, dude, listen to this song. It's fucking kick-ass. And you're like, oh, that's funny.
About a year ago, we started seeing stuff about them.
Okay.
And then I don't know what happened. We reached out to them, but I'm not sure what happened. I'm guessing the email got, lost in the mail. So, but we reached out to them, and they reached out back and said, "Hey, look, we're free this Friday." So I was like, "Okay, Brian, we're doing one on Friday." He's like, "Oh, okay." So we're gonna bring him. We're gonna bring on Drew from Felicity.
Hell yeah,
What's up,
Drew? What's happening, man? How are you,
guys? I'm good. We're slim busy. We're about to go on tour on Monday. We leave, so we're prepping for that, and this is the last, final kind of at the final countdown for that. So we're busy today.
Where are you guys touring at?
We're going up to first shows on Wednesday in Nashville, Wednesday of next week. Then we're gonna go to Charlotte, North Carolina, down to Atlanta, Georgia. Down here, gonna do 2 shows in Florida, Orlando and Tampa. Over to Texas, Houston, Dallas, and Austin. Then Little Rock, Arkansas, New Orleans, Tallahassee, and then back home. That's about 11 shows in 2 weeks.
Damn.
Yeah, I told you that they were doing. I think it's Tampa on the 22nd.
Yep.
What kind of show is it? Is it a mixed event with other bands, or what's happening?
So most of the shows were on tour with another band called Fluorescence. They're from Chicago. So we're co-headlining a bunch of these shows with them, and then the other dates, which is like the first one in Nashville, and then the last 3, they're just headline shows that we're doing. And every date we have 3 local rock bands at every single show. There's like some of the badass rock bands from each of the local markets that we're playing supporting us. So
these aren't little shows; these are big shows.
These are about like usually 100 to like 200 cap venues, like smaller clubs, like bar clubs we're doing. But yeah, I mean, some of these shows have 5 bands on the lineup, and they're all really good, so it should be packed shows and a lot of fun.
Well, I am actually working with, hopefully here soon, one of the radio stations, one of our locals radio stations here in Citrus County. I know you guys are from Florida, is that right?
Yeah, we're from Orlando.
So, do you know the Citrus County area where you can swim with manatees?
Yeah, I do.
Everything.
Yeah.
So maybe I don't know, just maybe, because once a month they shut down Inverness Town Square, dude, and it's like 5,000 strong, and I'm like, holy crap, dude!
It'd be easy if we do that in a heartbeat for sure.
Yeah, it's all about trying to get that booked, trying to get that venue and stuff. So
for sure.
I don't know. Let me reach out to the radio girl that I've been working with. And,
cool. Sounds good.
Definitely, if I can't finagle something. So I got to know, the band Felicity, how did we get our name? How did this happen?
It started, we've been a band for a while. We've been grinding since, before COVID. which was kind of weird. We had got the ball rolling. We're finally picking up some momentum, and then COVID happens, kind of like shut down the music industry for sure. So before that, we started the band, and we started this in our singer's parents' garage. And we were trying to name the band, which I don't know if you guys have ever been in a band before, but naming a band is an extremely hard thing to do, because you got to get a group of usually, grown men to agree on something that no one like hates, right? And that's kind of what it was like, can we find something that's one of us doesn't hate, like absolutely vetoes? Doesn't have to be the end of the world. We come to the point where we're like, hey, listen, like there's a band called Godsmack, which is one of our favorite bands. Everyone loves Godsmack, right?
Yeah.
Weird, not a cool name. Probably the first time you hear it, you're like, what? Godsmack? Like it's that. There's a Bare Naked Ladies, massive band. Weird name, right? It doesn't matter. Like at the end of the day, like all band names are probably a little bit weird. So we kind of got to the point where it's like, okay, we need to find something that we like. And our singer came to the table with the name Felicity, and he pitched it to us like he saw it in a book. He never had seen the word before. He knew it was someone's name, but he saw it in another sense. So we looked it up, and it means kind of just like extreme happiness. And the synonym for extreme happiness in the dictionary next to it was Nirvana, obviously one of our favorite bands. So we were like, that's kind of cool, like synonym for Nirvana. And we kind of interpreted just like whatever it is that you're doing in life, like you have to probably pay the bills, but make sure you have whatever that other thing is that brings you that sense of joy and happiness to pursue. And whether that's, doing a podcast or being in a band or whatever, doing some other form of art or whatever it is, like, that's what's important in life is putting some effort into that and having that and chasing that dream as hard and as far as you can. And for us, it happens to be making music.
Right on. Yeah, that's really cool, man. I was thinking like maybe it was like somebody's sister or something like that, and you're like, all right, we're naming the band after your sister. There was a TV show in the 90s that's called Felicity, and then
that's what I was going to say. Did you like Felicity? I was going to say, did you like Felicity when watching that show or something?
I don't think any of us even ever saw it. But and then there was an American Girl doll. Felicity was a big famous American Girl doll. So we get that a lot, or someone's name, or family member's name, but it's really just like the actual literal interpretation of the word that means happiness, and that's kind of what we're all about.
Awesome. Here in a little bit, Mark is going to play one of your guys' songs too, and let the fans hear that and everything. But I have to ask this question as well. I think one of the first songs that I heard from Felicity was a song called Charlie Sheen.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to know, was there a lot of flack? Was there a lot of negative feedback? Any attempted lawsuits or anything like that?
Not really. We were trying to get in touch with him. We were like, hey, we got to find out a way to promo this song. We wrote the song we were writing a song about being having self-destructive tendencies. And every time you feel like you're on the right path, you do something to yourself that messes up everything for yourself. And as we were writing it with our producer, the producer of the song's name is John London. He's in a band called Point North, amazing band, check him out. But he was like, it'd be really cool to be able to tie this to a celebrity. So who's the celebrity that embodies that subject? And we all were like, well, Charlie Sheen probably. He makes the most sense. Just kind of you think he's on the right was on the right track, and he'd have kind of another self kind of destructive blow up, and then so it's really just in a sense of living like Charlie Sheen, not glorifying it in any way, but more of just being related to it, and we knew it would be the word Sheen, Sheen, just it also rhymes with so much stuff,
sure.
So it flowed really naturally, and we just kind of fell in love with this whole concept. And so we were coming up with we wrote the song, released it. We're we got to think about a way to promote it now. And us as a band, we always try to go and beyond to think of unique ways we can promote our music that's kind of left to the norm. And so we said, hey, why don't we do a series on TikTok where we try to see if we can get Charlie Sheen's phone number to see if we can talk to him, maybe talk him into being in a music video or whatever. And it's we're not going to get anywhere, but the series will just be us trying and getting shut down was the idea. And so our very first attempt at it, we tried to call. We looked it up online. We're like, this is his management company. Here's their like office number. So we called and just got through the receptionist, and we ended up getting in direct line with his manager or his agent, manager agent. And she ended up being just like a biggest sweetheart. And she was like, "What's the name of your band?" And it went so far to where she was like, I'm gonna give this all to him, and we're gonna get back to you, and we'll see about doing something. And we were like, well, we can't do this whole series now because it kind of worked right off the bat. We just kind of shot our shot, and we ended up speaking to his manager, and it was kind of like, he's prepping for something. I think it's maybe like a documentary or something they're making about him. So he's kind of like not doing any press or anything until that is kind of like in the works or announced or whatever it might be. But he did write us a quote that he heard the song and he loved it. And we had a quote from his publicist. And so that was really cool. Every now and then, like, I don't know, people have certain ways they feel about him, and there may be some like flack or people commenting on it. But at the end of the day, that's not what the song's about. We're not like glorifying him or saying that like anything he did was right or wrong. It's just kind of just like in the literal sense of unfortunately, sometimes all of us have self-destructive tendencies or vices or things that get the better of us that we wish we could change. That sometimes it's really hard.
Yeah, I totally dig it. Yeah, and I remember seeing the I think that's one of the videos I watched was you guys trying to get a hold of Charlie Sheen's agency, and you were like, well, that worked.
yeah, it was really cool. And that whole, I think why that connected so well was that TikTok got a few million views was because it was just like, hey, there's this band that maybe you've never heard of, but they're just shooting their shot at this like pretty A-list person, and got so far on the first attempt, which I think is a lesson that like no matter what you're doing in life, like for you guys, like if there's someone you want to get on the show, like hell, shoot your shot, reach out, because you never know. Like on our first attempt, we ended up getting in contact directly with him and us having discussions about like how they will help us promote the song. So yeah, it was really cool. And I think that lesson like really connected with people. That's like, it's like, so it ended up being somewhat like inspirational in some way.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Drew, yeah. What is your job in the band? What do you do in the band?
I'm the guitarist of the band.
Okay.
Yep.
Do you have the chops? Do you sing?
Not really. No, I probably shouldn't. I probably sing more than I should. Depending on how many drinks I've had before I get on stage, maybe that mic is looking a little more alluring. But no, not too much.
Okay, so we're not going to get you out to go do karaoke.
I'll do karaoke for sure.
Some karaoke. You're in. Let's go.
Yeah, I can hang with the karaoke people, but I'm in a band, so like on the band level of singing, I probably shouldn't be singing. Yeah, but I am also the front man of a Limp Bizkit tribute band, but that's not really singing either. It's borderline singing, but that's just for fun.
Okay, right on. Since you guys have started Felicity, what have you guys come to find out about one another? How did you guys meet, kind of thing, and then what have you learned about one another?
We met in the magical world of Craigslist. I was here. I was in Orlando, and I was down here for college, and I didn't really know that many people, that many musicians, and I was just kind of in like the musicians classified section, and it's filled with a lot of guys in their 60s trying to start a like Rolling Stones cover band type of vibe. But I figured like, hey, like why not? And so I might have posted something, or maybe our singer did, but I ended up linking up with our singer Damien, and we had some of the same influences as bands. And so we connected, and then we started emailing back and forth, and he invited me to come over and jam. So I drove across town, met him in a garage, his parents' garage, his house. And that's where we first met up, and we jammed a couple times. And neither one of us knew if the other person was going to be a psychopath there to rob him or kill him or whatever. But we ended up meeting up, and that was probably 2015, 2016. And we've been meeting up twice a week ever since. We just never stopped, and we just kept working at it. And, couple months later, we were like, well, let's try to find some more guys. And we've had our bass player pretty much ever since then, 2015. He's been in the band with us, and we've had a couple other people come and go over the years, but 3 of us have essentially been playing music together for 10 years now.
I was going to say, any notable people that have come and gone, anybody that has come in, you're like, man, I really want this guy to stick around, but they went and did their own thing with such and such band or anything?
Nothing really like that, I would say. Like, sometimes it's not just like, it's just like a, people want it, they're all in, and then a couple years later their priorities change, right? Maybe they get married and start wanting to have kids, and they're like, hey, like this grind is going to be too much. Like maybe I need like more of a part-time type thing to get that expression out and not the full-time thing. And just over time, people change, but the 3 of us have been really consistent with it. And I'd say the closest thing to what that question would be is like our current drummer joined the band maybe two or 3 years ago. Mm-hmm. But his full-time gig is he's a professional drummer, and he goes on tour with professional artists, and his main gig is the drummer for John Legend. So he's like on a European tour right now. He gets back in the States, and then he leaves on our tour on Tuesday.
Jeez. Yeah. Listen, there's great travel in it, I would assume, right?
He's seen everywhere, man. He tells us stories about like what not to do in Saudi Arabia, and we're like, that information doesn't mean anything now, but eventually, hopefully,
hopefully it does. Yeah, hopefully, eventually, you guys will get to a point where it's like the next time you hear from us, you're like, who the fuck is talking shit, and why are they reaching out?
And it's great because when we get to that point, we have like a pro. He's been through the hoop ringer. He knows everything about everywhere to go and everywhere to eat. And hey, don't plug that into that outlet or you'll set the whole hotel on fire. Stuff like that. Like, hey, you got to drive on the other side of the road when you're here. He'll have all that stuff down for us, so we're good.
What were you doing before you became a part of Felicity, Drew? What were you doing, like regular work wise?
I was going to say he was in college.
Yeah, I was in college, but I mean, I've been in multiple bands. I originally was born and raised and grew up in Maine, small little town in Maine, and had been in some bands there. Started a band in high school with some buddies, and you try to go as far as you can. But when you're in a small town in Maine, it's like, what opportunities can you really get? So. I came down here for college and, started playing with a couple of other guys and things just didn't work out. And then I met Damien and it's kind of kept doing this since, but we also have to have, at the point where we still all have day jobs. I own a digital marketing agency and I run a lot of ads for brands, and a couple of the guys in the band are teachers, and we tour all summer when they're on vacation, and then they get 2 weeks off in the winter and we tour then, and then they get a spring break and we tour then. And so we just try to make it work. And then hopefully we're at the point soon where we can kind of start filling the band bucket up and taking from the day job bucket, and then eventually be able to, just do this full time.
That would be nice, wouldn't it? To be able to do it full time.
Yeah, that's it.
You guys are on Spotify right now. When those songs get played, do you guys get the little ticker? Like, is there a piggy bank going cha-ching?
I guess technically yes, but it's paid out, I think, like quarterly. Okay. So we'll go see and for how many streams you get, you'd be surprised how little you get. And then some of our songs were released with record labels, so they got to be paid back first. But we've gotten to the point where our first like full-length album that came out in 2021, we're about 4 years later. And that's been fully paid off for about a year. So we're making about royalties off that. And we might get somewhere between like $500 to $1,000 a month from that album, from those streams, which is like, hey, that's not like quit our job money, but it's, it's a start, and we're still an up and coming band, when we're Metallica, then probably those numbers are a little bit juicier. But most bands make majority of their money from touring and selling merchandise. That's where like probably at least 80% of the actual real revenue comes from, because streaming just pays so little. Back in the day when they would people would buy physical albums, you sell 100,000 copies of an album. Then you're talking big bucks. You stream 100,000 times on an album, then it's like, here's $500, so yeah.
Are you guys going to keep the TikTok going and keep doing some content there. Like, hey, like watching you guys write. A lot of people. There's a lot of videos out there now where people are like, I just wrote this song. This is how I think it should go. Listen to it and tell me give me your feedback kind of thing. Are you guys doing anything like that?
Not really like that. We've tried everything, man, because the TikTok's great because you can just fire stuff into the abyss and, you know, the cream rises to the top if people like it. Everyone argues about like the time of day you should post and how many times a day you should post. But I think at the end of the day, just like if the content connects with people, it's going to do well. So we try a ton of different things, and we probably tried just about everything under the sun. But we find what works for us and what we do, and we try other stuff too. It doesn't work, but like when it does work for us, we've gone viral a handful of times, and that's helped a ton and helps like people discover us. But we're going to keep TikTok going because it's like it's such an effective tool for like any type of artist. For discovery. You know, when I first started my first band, I was in high school and TikTok didn't exist and Instagram, I don't even think existed really. And so it was really just like Facebook and maybe the end of MySpace kind of. There was really that gap where it's like people had to discover you pretty much from like radio, or maybe you were opening for someone else and they saw you. But now like you can create a short video and throw it up there and millions of people could discover your song and have on our sense.
Yeah.
You know, we see a direct correlation. We went viral a couple weeks ago, and we had 10,000 people in one day listen to us on Spotify because of one video we posted on TikTok. And so, like, you can see it. And then a lot of those people you can see how many people saved the song, how many people added it to playlists. And then if they are fans, hopefully now they'll come to a show and buy a T-shirt. And then that's all worth it from one free video we posted. That was 100% free for us to make. So yeah, we're gonna keep that going for forever.
Good. Facebook doesn't really do anything for you guys as far as traction, does it?
It's just different. Everything's just different. We don't do a ton on Facebook as far as like promoting ourselves, just because like a lot of times our demographic doesn't use it as much as they used to. Mm-hmm. And Facebook's, I think the algorithm is just kind of different. TikTok and Instagram are really good at like showing you things that you want to see, kind of things. And Facebook seems like their algorithm is like shows you things that will get you riled up. So if we post something, it's going to show to people sometimes who like hate our style of music, and it still goes viral, but it goes viral for like the wrong reasons. Versus TikTok, like that very rarely happens. So it's just different, and it's just not as effective for us. So whenever we post something to Instagram, it automatically shares it to Facebook, and sometimes it goes viral there too. But it's just, we can definitely tell from like the comment section and the results of it that it's a completely different world over there.
And genre, what genre do you think, or what genre were you guys shooting for your music? What did you have a specific genre in mind when you guys launched?
We really grew up on kind of that like Warped Tour kind of emo pop punk hard rock era, plus really we grew up on like a lot of like new metal and like early 2000s rock is where we really like our you know formative years were. So we have a very broad range of influence. It's anything from like our bass player's favorite band is the Red Hot Chili Peppers, but we all have Papa Roach and Limp Bizkit and Nickelback, and grew up on those bands and Metallica. And then going, you know, as we got a little bit older, we started going to Warped Tour and watching bands like A Day to Remember and Census Fail and Sum 41 and Blink-182. So it's a little bit of all of that, I would say. Like all of that. We do a little bit of everything, but kind of all that rolled into one, and we try not to really pick one specific lane. We have some stuff that's heavier, that's like almost like metalcore music. And we have some stuff that's just really kind of like maybe poppier, that's just fun, lighthearted stuff. So we really just try to make the music we really want. But as we're progressing, as our sound's progressing, I think we're just becoming just like a rock band. Just rock music is kind of the thing. And that can be as interpreted any way you kind of want. You just got to hear it.
Yeah. And speaking of hearing some music, I think what we should do is take a quick break. Let's listen to a song that your band has put out, that you guys have put out. Let's let the fans hear it. Let's come back, and then we're going to play a little game called Florida or Not Florida. And I hope that you get all the questions right, because you're from Florida, right? Well, you live in Florida now, so you should know like the Florida stuff here.
Here you go. If you can get one of the band members to come play with you, then we'll tell you what you win. Well, I mean, you get them anyways. But
you don't win anything. You win these stupid decals like this decal.
Oh yeah, that's
or the other one,
or that decal.
We're competitive, so we want it.
Let's go. We are
that way that you guys can have somebody to play against instead of me.
Okay.
Yeah, Mark sucks. Mark sucks at this game. He cheats.
All right. Do you remember the name of the song?
No, go ahead.
The song's going to be stuck in my head for the rest of the night, by the way.
Yep.
Because of the I don't know, it's just something about the lyrics and the melody, basically. It just sticks in my head. But I like the video, though, for it. The song.
You playing the video, too?
Yes.
Okay, dope.
It's called Weather.
You were changing. Last summer you were too cold. You froze my heart. You left me shaking. April killed my soul. No hesitation. Winter you were numb. Then in 3 months you were done. And now I'm jaded. The weather hasn't been in my favor. From 100 miles away, so I board my windows up and hide someplace safe. I feel you come for me, and I know that I messed up, but I hope you forgive me, love. Let it be water run to the bridge. And I need you here in my hemisphere to make my seasons right. You're the rain in my drought. You're the way to my cloud. But the forecast here is too severe, so I won't go out. I can feel you changing from 100 miles away, so I board my windows up and hide someplace safe. I feel you come for me, and I know that I messed up, but I hope you forgive me, love. Let it be water run to the bridge. Water run to the bridge.
It was so fun.
We are back with the boys from the band Felicity. Drew, who you got with you?
This is Damien, our
What's
singer.
up, guys? Hey, Mark. Hey,
Damien,
Brian.
what's happening, buddy? How are you?
I told you that was a great video. The song's going to be stuck in my head for the rest of the night. So
That's awesome.
it's the lyrics and the beat all together. It just sticks in my head.
It's a great song. I'm glad everyone's digging it, and like the people that are finding us now as well, like are just like they're like, man, I can't stop playing this song. I don't know, something about it. So it's great that you guys also like the music video, because you and Drew were talking about how much fun we had to shoot that music video. It was great.
Oh, I bet.
It was fun.
When I first heard heard that one on TikTok, it was like, wow, it's something different. And when I pointed that out to Brian, he was like, "Oh, he was like, I heard Charlie Sheen." I'm like, "Well, listen to this one." He was like, "Oh shit, yeah, oh, hell yeah."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Charlie Sheen's great too. Like that's a newer one. The Weather's a little bit older, but it's kind of new to people that just discover it now. You know.
And that's the great thing about TikTok is like people discover The Weather's been out since 2021, which was like right after COVID. So we were kind of like restarting as a band. But the song really went like viral to where people started really discovering it in, I think, 2023. So like it's been about 2 years of just like it being our main source of new fans, because we can post that on TikTok and just a certain group of people of a certain music taste. It really, really, really resonates with them, and they become diehard. It's a lot of people become diehard fans of the band like just from hearing that song, which I think is like a blessing, because you hope as a band you have one song. Even if it's, to be a one-hit wonder is a luxury in the music industry. So, we have a lot more of the music that people love too. But just having that song that we always know that like, hey man, this is something we can always be proud of. And it's something that means a lot to people is really cool.
I mean, I've listened to quite a few of your songs. I think you guys have at least a half a dozen or more on Spotify, and
Actually,
I have a Spotify account. So one of my other favorites was how does it go? It's You Hate Me Because I'm Emo. Is it?
Emo Trash?
Yeah, Emo Trash. There you go.
Yeah.
That's like one of my favorite songs.
We just did that last year, so that's another one of our like most successful releases for sure. And on Monday, so just after this weekend, we have our first album since 2021 actually coming out, and Emo Trash and Charlie Sheen are on that album. Those are like the main singles on that album.
You remember Tuesday when we had our show, you said maybe that they would release something, or and I was seeing that yesterday. I was like, oh shit.
I don't know. I could call it sometimes. I don't know.
Yeah, you were a little bit off, so they couldn't play anything for us.
Speaking of playing, guys, thank you both for being here, and thank you for taking part in today's episode of Florida or Not Florida. This is a game that we like to play with our fans and with our members here, and it's fun. You guys live in Orlando, so I would assume that you guys hear a lot of Florida man crazy shit, so to speak, yeah. Right? So I don't know if you guys have been watching the sheriffs here in the Florida. What you got? Jacksonville? Was it Jacksonville sheriff was saying if you riot, something about if you riot or something like that, they're gonna
shoot them.
Yeah, stuff like that. Anyway, it's gonna be kind of stuff like that. Like, hey, this happened somewhere. Where did it happen? Did it happen in Florida or not Florida? So let me just break it down.
Come on. It's easy. Florida or not Florida? Did it happen in Florida or not?
Easy.
All right, here we go. So the first question is, or the first headline reads, man calls 911 to report himself drunk driving. The man left his home on New Year's Eve and reported himself for drunk driving. When asked for his location, he said, well, I'm all over blank.
I don't think it's crazy enough for Florida. That sounds like a common occurrence.
I feel like that one, yeah. Unfortunately,
I think if we're gonna be, so I'm gonna go not Florida.
Yeah,
Florida.
Are we? Is this joint? Are these joint
Oh,
answers?
No,
No,
you
no,
get
no,
your
no,
own.
no,
You
no.
get your own.
We have
You
to
pick whatever
pick
you want.
I mean, I will go non-Florida. I didn't know if we were
Non-Florida.
doing.
Okay.
I will go non-Florida as well.
Both
Yeah,
of us
because
say
Damien, you're going to get points, and Drew will get points. Whoever can get the one right. So we're saying not Florida on this one, guys.
Yeah, I think so.
I think you're going to be shocked to find out this was Winter Haven, Florida. Winter Haven, Florida. He drove all over Winter Haven.
I'm all over Winter Haven.
I'm all over Winter Haven. Yep.
Okay.
I can see that.
He's been in Florida longer than me too, so if he wins, that's
All right, here's our.
Losing so far.
A lot of these might be a little bit older, but hopefully you guys, if you've watched the show, you may know. But a lot of people don't watch our show. I think we have like 2 fans. It's mom and dad. All right, here we go. Mystery man dubbed Edward Scissorhands cuts neighbors' trees overnight. Did this happen in Florida or not Florida? Old Edward Scissorhands.
I'm saying Florida. Where the grass is always growing. It's raining all the time. I'm saying this seems plausible. I'm going Florida.
I'm gonna say no, not Florida.
Drew is not Florida. Damien is Florida. And this one, guys, happened in Texas.
Oh my god.
Texas.
Oh god.
I think the Florida ones are just gonna be like because I know
Edward Scissorhands.
I'm just thinking,
Edward Scissorhands, yeah.
they have a whole show on HBO dedicated to like crazy shit that's happened in Florida. That's
You've
like
seen that, right?
Yeah, it's like a high budget show and they'll never run out of content because it's so crazy.
Have you been watching that show?
I saw the
It was
first
fantastic.
That's
Yep.
why I'm losing right now.
Yep.
You know everything.
All right, here we go. These might get a little bit easier, but we're going to find out. Might get a little bit tougher. Don't always assume anything. Here we go. 2 men were arrested by police after they were found giving beer to an alligator they captured.
That's Florida. That's Florida.
I mean, you said Gator, so
I don't
I'd
even
say
know where
Florida.
is there. Yeah,
That's
is there?
it.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah,
Wait,
hold on. What about
remember
Louisiana?
Louisiana, Texas, Mississippi. You got to remember all of them too. Then you got
But that's
stuff.
okay.
That's you. Like New Orleans, that might be some.
Yeah. So, did that happen in Florida?
I'm going to stick with Florida.
Okay.
That seems real.
It's plausible. It's very plausible. Drew, what are you thinking, buddy?
Yeah, Florida.
You're going to go with Florida? Guys, you're absolutely right. That did, in fact, happen in Florida. It does not, unfortunately, it doesn't tell me where, but it tells me the 2 people,
Could be
Timothy
anywhere.
It might be Gatorland. It might be Gatorland.
Timothy and Noah Osborne forcefully poured beer into an alligator's mouth.
How did they get
Citrus-
caught for that?
It was Citrus County, probably.
Citrus.
They posted it on social media.
That's why.
That's how they got caught. They're idiots.
Oh my God! They even
If I would have
posted.
said they posted it on social media, you could have been like, yeah, that's definitely Florida.
Is Florida that could be in their backyard? You know, anyone's backyard. I've seen the gators in
Yes.
people's swimming pools.
I can see that.
All right, what was that? Question number 3. We got 2 more to go.
Yep.
All right, here we go. Female inmates, apparent jailbreak came crashing down. This apparent jailbreak didn't go as planned. An inmate arrested for allegedly breaking into an 85-year-old's home and assaulting him at gunpoint was caught on camera trying to escape from her cell through the ventilation. Did this happen in Florida or not Florida?
Is it 85-year-old woman? Is that what you said?
She assaulted an 85-year-old person. It doesn't say.
So she broke out.
She broke. Yeah, she got arrested for breaking into an 85-year-old's home and assaulting him at gunpoint.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, it definitely sounds like it could be Florida. Pasco County, if you ask me. She's over by the villages, probably.
Yeah, we're only an hour away from the villages.
Yeah.
I don't know. Something's telling me not Florida.
I'm going to go Florida. He says not Florida.
I'm going to say not Florida for this one. I'm not sure.
Okay.
It is pretty crazy, but I'm just going to go not Florida.
Okay. And Drew, what do you say? If you say Florida?
I think it's Florida. There's enough old people here. It's got to be.
Damn it. Oh.
Give Damien the point. It is Ohio.
Ohio.
That's just
Ohio.
Ohio is just northern Florida.
Yeah, we've heard that before.
Everyone knows that.
I mean,
Let's round on both
Little bit
sides and
older.
high in the middle.
It's the same type of people in Ohio exist in Florida.
We've
That
heard
isn't that
before.
crazy? Yeah, that's where my mother-in-law lives. So, oh, let's
It's tied up.
It's two.
2-2. Okay, here we go.
It's true. It's true.
Last question.
Last question. Here we go.
It was there recently.
Man busted for stealing his twin brother's identity. In April of 22,
That could be
Wayne
you.
Bowen pleaded guilty for stealing his twin brother's identity and using his estranged brother's name, social security card, and military discharge papers to apply for federally subsidized housing benefits. Did this happen in Florida or not Florida?
This is for the. We have to pick different ones because this is going to determine the winner.
This is.
You don't have to.
Well, we're tied, right?
On the count of three, just say Florida or not Florida. That's all you got to do. Just be like, all right, dude, on the count of three.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, Florida.
Not Florida. Okay, we're good then.
Florida. It happened in
It told you.
He's lived here basically his entire life.
This doesn't mean I'm qualified to know every news story.
I know. I know.
Listen, typically I tell people, listen, if there's meth involved, there's a chance that not only did it happen in Florida, but one of those counties you mentioned earlier, Pascal, it could have happened there.
Or Ohio.
Or Ohio, that's right.
Ohio after
That's the other Pasco County.
Exactly.
All right, guys, we have some decals. We're going to send you guys out some decals, so we're going to need to make sure that you get
Yeah, send me your address, and we'll send you
email
some.
guys. Yeah.
So we'd love for you guys to throw them on a drum set. I don't know, maybe a guitar case or something.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah, we did have somebody put it on a guitar case already.
And guys, we do support local bands, and we do support you guys as well. So if you have decals or anything like that, we're willing to purchase. So do you have a site that you want us to purchase merch from?
Yeah, we have a site that's felicitymerch.com.
Write it down, Brian.
I am.
Felicitymerch.com. And
Is that easy?
We've been basically working on packing and shipping 50 orders tonight to get out before tour. So that's why we're all here working our ass off in this sweltering heat, hot garage.
We're drawing all the cassettes. I don't know if you talked about it already,
No.
but like I've been in there. I started doing the covers right now. It's pretty. It's
So,
really cool. It's really
our
cool.
new album. Where
Do you have one of the cassettes out here?
No,
You guys are absolutely drawing these yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah,
literally. That's where I was. Let me go grab one.
Oh, that's sick.
So our new album is go grab one. Our new album is the only physicals we're doing is cassette tape, and the bundle comes with an actual cassette player Walkman that we bought in bulk.
You guys went on Wish, didn't you?
We went on Alibaba, which is
Alibaba.
basically Wish, but we got them imported from China in bulk. We got 50, so there's 50 hand-drawn mixed. So the album is called Mixtape for the End of the World. So we literally made mixtapes for each individual person who buys one that's hand-drawn by the band with a cassette tape Walkman, so you can listen to the mixtape for the end of the world as the way God intended. And Damien's bringing an example of a finished one today that we have here. This is the only way you can get a physical copy of our new album. Is
Wow.
our cassette tape.
That's sick, dude. That's great.
That's pretty cool.
I have a box of cassette tapes floating around here somewhere, and I don't have a cassette player. I'm gonna need to get one of these Walkmans.
It's kind of like we notice like it's all like comes in a cycle. Like the form of media becomes like out of date, no one wants it, and then it becomes like vintage and cool and nostalgic. Like we had that vinyl surge, like everyone wanted vinyl, right? And now
Still,
it's
that
coming
vinyl,
back.
That vinyl surge is still there.
Yeah, it's still
People
going.
love that,
But
yeah.
the new one is that people are collecting VHS tapes and cassette tapes. And I remember when you could go anywhere and buy, people were just giving away VHS tapes for no one wanted them. Like, what are we going to do with these? But now you go find like a original copy of Jurassic Park on VHS tape, and it's like people are selling them for like $50. So,
No,
yeah,
these the records. If you guys are gonna do vinyl, if you guys end up getting vinyl at all, I would definitely buy one of those. We had Richie Ramone on a while back, and I had one of his albums. I said, hey, I have the album Cellophane. Would you autograph it for me if I sent it to you? Not only did he autograph that one, but he sent me 2 additional albums of his autograph. I was like, dude, this is insane, bro.
That's dope.
We have our album
Yes.
that the weather, the album that has the weather on it. We have that one on vinyl, and if you grab one of those, we'll sign it. We're all here. We'll have the whole band sign it and send it to you.
I'll absolutely get one.
Cool.
Yeah, sign me up. I'll get one for sure. All right, guys. We typically ask you all for an hour, and we're getting close to that time. I want to talk about. I know you guys are doing tour and stuff like that. Who's driving the van?
We take turns, all of us.
It's usually like 2 to 3 hours each, and then we're like, all right, it's time to switch. And then sometimes one of us will be like, no, I'm powering through. I'm doing all 6-7 hours or whatever it is. But it really is like a collective unit.
But they're more like, I'm like a late night driver.
True, yeah.
They're the morning drivers. I don't like driving in the morning. I'm like,
I hate the sun.
yeah, I'm a night owl, late ride. So I usually drive after the shows. We'll drive.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
After the show, we'll drive 2 or 3 hours towards the next city and then find a place to crash. And so I'll usually do those late night ones because everyone else will fall asleep in the van, and then it's half the guys do the early morning drives. But we break it up pretty evenly.
Well, the way you guys have your tour this time, it's kind of weird because you're going out of Florida, coming back south, and then going back north again.
Yeah. Well, so it's like we're going north and then back south and then west and then back. It's a really weird routing. It's because the middle dates of the tour, we're joining with another band, and they had already booked all of that. So we just booked our own dates on either side of it. So we have to like get up to Charlotte. So we're playing shows to get up to Charlotte, and then we're ending with them in Dallas. And so then we're playing shows to get back home from Dallas.
Gotcha. Now, you guys, what I notice about you guys too is I haven't seen a lot of cover stuff from you guys. One song I found, one cover. Do you guys do cover stuff?
We definitely, for one period of time, we were doing like mini covers. So we were posting a bunch of them. We didn't put them like on Spotify or Apple Music, anything like that. It was just like on TikTok. But if you search, you can find them. Like we did, like we were doing like a lot of country covers. We're doing like Morgan Wallen.
Okay.
Luke Bryan,
the Airplane one, Dierks Bentley, that was another one. And then we started doing like pop covers, but they were all like 30 seconds to 45 seconds.
Okay.
The only ones that we did like full versions of were the Hey Jude, which we kind of still did our own interpretation because that song is like super long, right? It's like compared to like what we did. And then we also did Watermelon Sugar.
And Last Christmas.
Last Christmas. I forgot about that.
Yeah, we did that for Christmas a couple years ago. We did a cover of Last Christmas, like a hard rock version of Last Christmas. Then we did Watermelon Sugar. Yeah,
I think those are the only 3.
But we really, we probably released 3 covers in total. And at shows, we really don't play covers unless there's been times where we'll do what we like to do is do like a tribute night where we'll book a venue and we'll get a couple of our buddies, our like brother bands from here in Central Florida, and we'll do like a theme night. Like we did one that was called Nothing But Rock Fest, and it was like Butt Rock Fest. And so we did like an entire set where all we played was Nickelback's songs. And then another band did, Creed, and another band did that. And then we did one that was kind of like a Warped Tour one where we did Neck Deep, and we did All Papa Roach or Good Charlotte. Yeah. So we like to do that where it's like, we're just going to play, we're going to pretend to be another band for a night and tribute all their songs. Like we're a tribute band. But when we first started, we had to play covers because we didn't have enough music to really fill up a set. So
we would do like when we first started playing live, you like Drew said, just to fill up the set, we would do like Jimmy Eat World. I remember we did The Middle. Everyone loved that. We did Sugar Cult, Memory. Everyone loved those, and those were fun to play and sing. So,
and now if we get bored and like we'll just play like How You Remind Me by Nickelback because we know it. If we just are feeling the right mood, sometimes we'll just play that, or we'll play like Last Resort by Papa Roach because from doing those tribute nights, we know how to play a lot of these bands' music. So those two, no matter what crowd you're in, if you play either one of those songs, everyone in the place,
everybody goes nuts, right?
They're going wild. Yeah,
it's true. That's true.
Yeah. I was going to say, is there any band that you would cover for that? Like, there's bands out there that I kind of miss. Like do you guys remember a band back in the day called 311? I mean,
yeah.
I saw them live a few months ago. They're great.
I miss them, dude. Like they're not as pop anymore, I guess. Like, I remember back in the day, it was like if you listen to 311, and this is back when Limp Bizkit, before Limp Bizkit became, very popular, it was like if you listened to them, that was your kind of music. It wasn't everybody else's kind of music. You know what I mean? So now, and then like, then 311 came out and they were doing some stuff, and then it was hot. And then all of a sudden it just petered off. I'm like, dude, what happened to 311?
Yeah. They're still big fan base. It was really cool watching them because they're all the original members, and that was their like 30th anniversary. So they must have started that band in the early 90s.
311
or late 80s even. But they're great. They were amazing live. I was blown away. I'm not the biggest 311 fan. I know like the hits. I know Amber and I know Beautiful Disaster, right? But like they were so good live. Like they sounded perfect to the album and had so much energy. But I think if there was a band who like would be cool to cover, who do you think?
Like older
whatever you
bands?
want.
Older,
Yeah.
I think to be honest, 3 Days Grace has so many bangers. That would be a band that like it would be so easy to create a set list and everyone would know every song. So I think and I 3 Days Grace is pretty fun like when I listen to them. So like I think that would be if we were doing like another tribute night, I'd definitely pick like 3 Days Grace. I think that would be fun.
I'll come watch that too. I love 3 Days Grace.
I think it would be fun to just take like the most iconic like yacht rock songs and just make like hard rock punk versions of them because everyone knows them, like Hall & Oates and you know, maybe some Foreigner, things like that, and just like modernize them and make them heavy and be like a heavy version of yacht rock.
Kansas, man.
Yeah,
Kansas,
Speedwagon.
Speedwagon.
Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun. And
Yeah, because you guys can twist that and make it your own, dude, and just fucking. You start off kind of slow, I think, right? Going into it, so people know what you're about to play, and then just fucking fuck them up.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. I mean, you're kind of making me think right now, like go back in the studio and do some more because Hey Jude was fun to do, to be honest.
I love Hey Jude, man. It was so.
I like your
You
twist.
knew what was coming, and then you
I
just
like
got
the
to
twist.
with it, and you were like, oh man, dude, I love this. Love it.
It was cool. We really just did, like we said, like 30 seconds of it, and everyone loved it so much that we're like, hey, let's go back to the studio and see what we can do with doing the whole thing. But we were like, this is such like not in a negative way, but the song is literally just extremely repetitive, right? And it's like a live thing. Like not many people probably like when you listen to the recorded version, they shorten it down. It was like a shortened version. But we were like, let's just do our interpretation and how we would do it if it was our own. And I think it's definitely really cool and unique. And we still play that every single night in our set, no matter what.
Yeah, there's just an energy when you get to that last part in that song with the na-na-nas that just everyone, it's so iconic. Everyone knows it. It just gets the crowd involved. And it's a memory that you want to leave your fans with. And like, that's why we were like, we have to play this at the end.
Well, that's like you go to I don't know if you guys go to bars or anything, but like anytime somebody throws on Hank, everybody knows Hank, dude, and they start singing to Hank, and it's crazy. The bar gets fucking rowdy. So I can see what you're saying. Like that's the same thing. That's what I look for. Like if I'm going to a kick-ass venue like that, I'm like, dude, I'm open. Did I get to stand up and shout my lungs out, dude? I can't.
Exactly.
Like my wife and I went to see Five Finger Death Punch. Fucking loved it.
They're great.
Couldn't leave there with a voice because I like got in the truck. And I'm like, did you have a good time?
That's how it should be, though.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's how it should be. Like you're going over there to have a good time. You're going out there to sing, and you know you want to be part of the show, and that's part of it.
Yeah, I love being and that's the thing. Like, I mean, I know you can't see me from way back there, but trust me, I'm rocking out with you guys when you're up on stage and shit. So, is there any advice that you would give to up and coming band members, people that think that they want to be in a band?
I think it would be to ignore everything like in terms of like online and numbers and things like that, thinking that you have to have Spotify numbers that are insane. You have to have Instagram numbers at TikTok, all of that stuff. I'd say ignore it. I'd say keep putting stuff out regardless of the outcome of what you get from it. And the people that love you will find you. The people that hate on you, they're always going to be there. Let them hate. If they're hating, you're doing something right. So I think it would be to ignore a lot of like the social media aspect of like the numbers.
Mhm.
Even though like we live in a world that they want you to focus that on that sometimes, but like ignore it and put music out. Don't wait every single time saying, oh, I got to wait to put out this song. I don't know, put out the music. Don't care about the social media, and just be happy doing music. And the rest, or if you're doing everything with a pure heart, the rest will come, I think.
And piggybacking off that, it's like we try to, as a band, try to focus on the journey, not the destination. Like we don't have a goal in mind. We're not saying like we're trying to get to here. We have short-term goals we talk about as a band. We set for ourselves every year. We try to hit some achievable short-term goals. But at the end of the day, it's about like, hey, are we improving? Our goals are like, are we improving? Are we writing songs as the fan base growing? But it's not like we need to be signed by this label. We need to be playing this venues. We need to be opening for this band. Those are all things that if we just focus on the journey, which is, you know, are we having fun? Do we see improvement? Are we seeing growth? And we're still loving what we're doing. And then we're on the right path. And those things will all come on whatever timeline it is. But if we focus too much on the results and we're focusing too much on the destination, it just seems so far away that it gets discouraging, and you're going to fall out of love with it. So that's one thing that I think it took us a long time to realize that, because in the beginning, that's just what you want. You want to be at that finish line so bad, and you got to play in front of a lot of five people shows in the beginning, and you got to not let that bother you, because
you got to pretend that there's 500 people in that venue. Those 5 people have to feel like that place is packed.
Because if you don't, then those 5 people won't come.
That's true.
But if you act like there's 500 and there's only 5, then guess what? Next time you come, those 5 people are going to bring 3 friends, and now it's 15 people, and then you just keep rolling it from there. But it's a grind, and it's definitely a massive part of like our philosophy.
And guys, if somebody wanted to book you for an event, for a venue, how would they do that?
So we have a booking agent, but if you email us at info@wearefelicity.com. So our Instagram, our TikToks, everything is We Are Felicity. Info@wearefelicity.com. We can just, immediately like how we've been talking so far, we can connect you guys, whoever it is, with our booking agent, so we can make it happen.
All right, that sounds good. I'll work on it on my end. Like I said, I know they do this thing up here. It's called Small Town Saturday Night, and they literally shut down the town square of Inverness, which is up around the big courthouse and stuff like that. And they said it started off with like 100 people. It turned into like 5,000 people.
That's crazy.
For an audience. And they have a lot of cover bands that come out and do stuff. And I thought that was kind of cool. So I'm going to go check it out. Tomorrow night is the show that I'm going to go check out. Go see what's happening down there. And definitely will be reaching out to you guys on that too.
Love it.
Hell yeah.
Who's the prankster in the band? Do you have a prankster in the band?
I think all of us a little bit, honestly.
Yeah, I think all of us definitely like have we know what to do to each other. Like each one of us find little things to like bother each other out, and like we know what's gonna push the buttons, but not go too far to like get someone super angry with you. So I think we all have that. We love Pablo. He's our tour manager who's coming on tour with us. We love pranking him a lot. So I'd say it really is.
And we love I think
team effort. Gotcha.
It really is.
I think we like pranking our fans the most. Like
that's
always,
true. That's true.
Like just every couple of years we like to do these big over the top, is this real or not type campaign. Our last one we did, we pretended like all of our social media accounts got hacked, and everyone believed it, and it was fun. And we did
like videos where basically like we showed like a hacker coming on and basically saying like Felicity's account is taken over. We're going to delete the account.
You just send 100 Bitcoin to this this wallet.
Just unreasonable requests. You know what I mean? Like it was just like.
But it worked. We also one time we kicked Damien out of the band for a couple weeks, and that was chaos ensued.
They put a red X on my face online, and everyone's like, "Why would you do this way? Like this is awful!" Like, and then I came back and posted something on my social media, Xing out all the rest of the band, and then it was a whirlwind of like people. Some people like got really mad, but for the most part, people were like they were like, I love this, how you interact with your fans. And like, they know it's like, they're in on the joke, you know, at the end of the day, they love it. And they love how we can interact with them in that way. So.
No, you guys have been fantastic. You've been super gracious and gave us over an hour of your time tonight, and we really do appreciate that. We'd love to have you guys back on. I know you guys got a lot going on tonight, getting ready to go on tour. We wish you the best of luck on tour, guys. Take lots of photos and post them up on your Insta. Mark and I will try to help share what you guys have going on as well.
For sure, appreciate it.
Absolutely, thanks.
We're gonna put out the link for the merch, and hopefully we can get you some sales that way too.
Yeah,
yeah. I think you guys are gonna grow into a huge band. Quite honestly, I really hope that I get to be around for that too, to watch you guys.
We're all part of the journey. Let's make it
Yeah,
happen.
Make it happen, man.
Yeah, dude. And listen, we're just a little cog in the thing here, so I'm just like, okay, well, hopefully we can get you guys some more views. Hopefully we can get you guys some more followers and stuff like that. My wife started watching. She's like, all right, I'm following them.
That's
She loves the music too. So
every
spreading the word.
we call it the Felicity
Absolutely.
family, and all of our handles are we are Felicity. It's not us, we. It's all of us. Like everyone's a part of this, and every little bit matters. And you know, we've been doing this a while, and just the amount of growth we've had in the period that we've been doing it, you know, is amazing, and it's overwhelming. And so we have no reason to stop anytime soon, and we're just gonna put the gas pedal to the floor and keep rocking this thing.
cool, guys. Like I said, I wish you the best of luck. Mark, do you have any questions for these guys?
No,
Guys,
you
is there anything else? Is there anything else that you guys want to talk about before we tell you it's okay to go?
Monday, our new album comes out,
Oh,
so
yeah,
everyone can
yeah.
go check that out. If you're so keen, you can. If you use Spotify, you can go to our Spotify profile and you can pre-save the album.
You got a couple days.
Yeah, and you have a couple days to do that. And basically, what that does is we'll just like add it so that you'll get an alert the second you log on to Spotify the day it's out, and so you can check that out. And we're really excited for this. Like we said, it's our first album since 2021, so we've been working on it a long time, and it's been a long process. And then if you want the physical copies, you can go to felicitymerch.com and get the cassette player with the cassette player, and we got a t-shirt and some other shit that comes with it. And if you happen to be in any of the areas we're on tour, we're going to be on tour for the next.
That's what I was about to say. Come see us on tour. Absolutely.
We're going to be on tour for the rest of the month and come hang out. And if we're not in your area, then hopefully we'll be in your area on the next one.
Can we get that calendar? Can you guys email us the calendar?
Yep, definitely.
Would you mind? Yeah, we'll post that. We'll post it up on our socials as well.
Yeah, email us that and your address so we can send you the decals.
You got it.
Cool.
Go.
How many?
I say the decals because that way because Brian gets mad when I call them stickers.
They're not stickers, dude. They're decals.
Decals it is. Decals it is.
All right, and one more time with your socials, if you put that out there, I think I got it right here as well.
At We Are Felicity. Yep, at We Are Felicity, and that's on literally every whatever social media you use. If you use X or Instagram or TikTok or Facebook, that's where you can find us.
Yeah, funny thing is the first time I contacted them, I actually used the words, the whole thing, We Are Felicity.
And that's how you found them?
No, that's literally how I contacted them. I said, I put the band's name, and dummy me, I forgot to take off We Are, and
You're not the first person
Yeah.
to do that by a long shot, but it's easy because that's what your handle is, right? It's like, but yeah, no, it's all good, man, and we appreciate you guys having us on, and we'll definitely come back on next time we got something exciting to talk about. We'll come back on and do it again.
Yeah, with the next tour, or if we can get you guys booked. Listen, I'd love for you guys to be in this area, man.
Yeah.
Quite honestly. So
Hey, if you guys, there's an opportunity or something that makes sense, or a venue that makes sense, we can look into making it happen. It's not that far from us, only a couple hours up the road. We do shit like that just all over the time.
Exactly.
yeah, Orlando, you're an hour and 40 minutes for me, depending on what way you go. So
Yeah, nothing. Cool.
Yeah.
yeah, my
Tampa's
boss
only
has got a store. My boss has got a store over there. It's a little off-highway ATV store called Love Motorsports. I don't know if you know where that's at or not. Right at 50.
I don't know if we've really been up there. We may have driven through it.
Possibly.
We played. Yeah, we usually are like around Tampa, Orlando, Jacksonville, Miami.
Okay.
We kind of bounce around there. We played like some other areas in Florida, like other smaller markets, like Newport Richie, Stewart, Melbourne, stuff like that. But really, we're like Tampa is usually we go over there all the time. But that's just the same. Yeah, it's the same amount of distance away, just in a different direction. So.
Yeah. All right, Mark, are you good? You're gonna fuck with me, aren't you? All right, here we go, guys. Next week, make sure you tune in to Talking Shit.
Oh, you're actually gonna say it?
Yes, I'm gonna do it this time.
Oh, okay.
Tune in to Talking Shit. We're gonna have next Thursday. We have Jake Young, who is an actor. We'll have him on the show. Normal time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then on the 22nd, we're back with Brooke Bundy and Tiffany Helm. Brooke Bundy is from Nightmare on Elm Street, and Tiffany Helm is from Friday the 13th. Some of those films.
What time?
And guys, the 22nd at, I don't know what time you told me.
6 p.m.
At 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And guys, make sure you check out and follow the band Felicity. So Drew and Damien, thank you guys so much for your time tonight. We really appreciate you. Mark, are you good now? Are you happy? Did I do it right?
No, I'm actually shocked that you did it right.
Okay. All right, guys. From us here at Talking Shit, my name is Brian.
I'm Mark.
And this is Felicity.
Thanks so much for having us,
Thanks
guys.
for having us,
Appreciate
guys.
it, man. It's awesome.
Have a good night, everybody.
See ya.
See ya.
Bitch, I'm in the